see myself. Okay, good. That's very good. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, on. Alright, alright. Stream fix. Remember Craig. Live streams. Dating. Dating talk. Podcast. Okay. And save. Let me pull out the chat for Facebook. Content. Okay. Okay, edit post. Always allow. Peter. Yo, Peter, congratulations on your new baby boy. Congratulations, my brother. Okay, I'm almost ready. I just gotta pull out this chat right now. Got it. Who's that? Ben? Ben is in the building? What's up, Ben? Okay, I'm gonna put Ben chat right here. Yes, I did change my name. Yes. Live producer. Pop out the chat. Okay, what up, Disco? All right, I think we're good to go. What's up, Neon? All right, one more time. Now I just need to find the link for this and post it, and then we're good. We're gonna be so solid in 5 seconds. And copy link. Go to home. There we go. And post. All right, that was it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. You want me to send you the link, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. It should pop up.
that's for the live.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, just copied it. Why is it not pasting? Hold on. Copy link. Okay, I'll send it to you right now. And there it
Okay.
is.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. All right, guys. Sorry for technical difficulties. We are back. I appreciate it. First of all, I want to say I miss every single one of you guys. I know it's been a while since I've streamed. Thank you so much for being supportive. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, we're going to be mostly focused on dating talks. Okay? Neon, Kazo, welcome back. Welcome back. Peter, welcome back. And Disco, good to see you. All right, here we go. So, never seen before? Well, glad to have you. Welcome, welcome. All right, so once again, Faye, I know I've asked this before, but we can keep it short and sweet. Introduce
Yeah, no
yourself.
problem.
Tell us name, age, relationship status, and body count.
Okay, my name is Faye.
Yes.
I am 25 years old and body count. Are you ready to hear it though?
Yes, I'm ready. Bring it
Okay,
on, girl. Bring it on.
it's very high, but
Oh,
it's 60.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, that falsetto was kind of
Girl, when
high.
you said really high, you scared me. Like, I thought you were about to say 500 or something.
No,
I
not
was,
500.
I was like, damn, I'm good. But, like, yo.
Most people would not be willing to say anything over five, so or
That
three.
is true.
That's the
That is
magic
true.
number.
Whenever you ask most women what's their body count, they're like, they start
Yeah,
hesitating, asking questions like,
I don't care.
super defensive. Okay.
Yeah, no need.
Uh, one last time, you're telling me that you have your own dating podcast. What's the name of it?
Oh, yeah. It's called The Confessions of a Sex Addict.
Okay, Confessions of a Sex Alex. And I know I asked you this before, but one more time. To you, because I know there's objective and there's subjective. To
Yeah.
you, in your definition, why do you think you're a sex addict?
The reason I think I'm a sex addict is because um I really want to fuck. Like, and
Love
when I
it.
when I say that, it's like, I'm sorry, it's gonna make me sound really bad. And right,
No, no,
we're
bring it
talking about
on.
a
Bring
sex
it on,
addict
girl.
right now,
Yes.
but I feel like the more I get to know somebody, the less I want to fuck them. So it's like either you fuck me now or never.
Mm.
Like, because I've noticed, like, the more you get to know somebody, they're really like stupid, and then like it's not sexy.
So
So
it's
it's just
less talk, more fucking. Is that
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I'm hearing?
yeah. And then it's like a lot of times I don't double dip because a lot of people can't keep up with me.
Wait,
So
wait.
it's just
What's
like,
double
it's like
dipping?
like fuck somebody again, fuck the same person again.
Okay, okay.
That's why the body count is so high. But that's mostly from college.
Yes.
But now it's kind of like I'm more selective just because a lot of people can't keep up with me, so I'm just not trying to waste my time.
So is it that you love the serotonin and the dopamine hits that comes to you? Do you know that intoxication feeling?
Perhaps, I feel like I look at sex very differently. I feel like sex is like an art or even a sport, you know? So it's like,
I love
so
it. This conversation so much. Keep
so
telling me more.
I'm like, me and different people have different outcomes.
Hmm.
So it's just like, there are some people who like talk a lot and then they're very vanilla, and
Hmm.
there's some people who are very quiet and they will, yeah. So,
Okay.
so I try to, when I feel that connection, I feel like you can always tell when somebody wants to fuck you. And when you feel that moment, it's just like, all right,
Yeah.
we get it
So
on or we don't.
I am loving the chat right now. Okay. So Disco in the chat says,
Oh,
"Hey, Craig's friend. Her name is Faye, by the way. Okay, Disco. Hey, Craig's friend. Nice to first meet you. Let's not get to know each other."
like, not get to know each other.
Yo, that is crazy. Neon,
Right in the
yes, Neon. I
program.
do remember Neon. I do remember. I miss those days. Okay, so you said quite a few things very interesting there. Okay, number one, double dipping, right? I literally just made a video today that I posted to my Instagram, and I was talking about the second timer theory, right? I can't hear you. Yeah, it says, chat, can you hear her? Because I can't hear her. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me
Oh,
at all?
now I can hear you. There you go.
Oh, okay. I think it was like out of my ear a little bit. Sorry.
No problem. So, yes, the second timer theory, which I just posted
I
today.
saw
You
I
saw
saw
that,
that.
right? Okay.
I did.
So, I'll put it simple, right? You look at your body count, right? Wait, first of all, do you think there's some truth to what I said with the second timer theory?
Um,
Because I know you're not a double dipper,
it's
so
hard.
that's what I'm saying.
It's hard. It's hard because I've had one night stand
Mhm.
sex, I've had situation sex, and I've
Yeah.
had relationship sex.
Yes.
So it really depends because like if you're dealing with a one night stand, what second time?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Situationship. I feel like that's more accurate for
Yes.
versus a relationship when you're genuinely emotionally tied to that person.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of times the sex is really bad the first 5 times.
Okay.
Like when you're trying to like really get to know someone
You're figuring out
emotionally.
the sexual chemistry.
Yeah. So I feel like they like you so much that
Mm-hmm.
they'll figure out how to fuck you correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that second time isn't always the
So
most
here's the thing,
defining
though,
one.
with sex, it
Yeah.
has to do with a lot of communication. You have to
Mhm.
communicate because I don't know you. I don't know
Mhm.
what you like. So you gotta like tell me these things. Like when I'm on a first date, I ask these questions. I'm
Mhm.
like,
Me too.
I ask like, okay, what's the most exciting thing about sex for you? I ask like, do you come internally? Do you come externally? Like I
Do
ask
I
these
come?
exactly. It's like like what's the hardest thing a guy has done while he's with you? Like you gotta ask these questions. It's all communication.
Yeah.
You can't
Mhm.
just like you know what? I'm just gonna figure it all out in one time. No,
Mhm.
sex is a lot of communication.
Yeah.
Yo, Diego, go on. Talawa says you're cute as fuck. Sorry, you're telling me. So yes.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, what was I saying?
you said you love
Oh,
sex. I love it too.
oh, I
So
do. I
yeah.
do. Oh, okay. We're talking about the sex addict question. Yeah. I
So in
just
your
like.
podcast, you talk
Uh-huh.
about do you give like tips or do you talk about what dating is like for you? What do you talk about on your sex podcast?
So depending on the lesson,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I tend to focus on. So the first lesson was, always bring your own condoms because when I lost my
Yes!
virginity.
Yes! Yes! Oh my fucking god! Yes! Dude! Dude! Oh.
You okay?
I have rules, right? And I literally have a whole playbook. But in my book, it says this A, B, C. One, always be closing. And two, always bring condoms. A,
Yeah.
B, C. And not
Yes.
just that, I'm going to take it a step further, okay? You have to bring two types of condoms. Bring latex and non-latex because you never know the type of girl you're going to run into. Some people are allergic to condoms. So you got to have your
Uh,
non-latex.
yes, yes, yes. You're right. You're right.
Yes. Like in my
Hmm. Hmm.
wallet, I have my wallet is separated in two sides. Latex, non-latex. And not only that, in my jacket I have my backup condoms, right? So just in case you
I know
you
that's
ran out of
right.
condoms or you forgot, you go into the safe, you pull out your jacket, and now you have two extra with latex and no latex.
I like that. I
Sorry, I
love
got super excited right
that.
there. What up, David? Okay, you go.
So yes, the first lesson was always bring your own condoms because I didn't use a condom when I lost my virginity. I didn't know I was gonna lose my virginity that night, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So most of it, I told the story and then I connected it, and I was like, hey, if I had, because what happened was my parents found out I lost my virginity and they beat my ass. And I was basically like, I probably could have avoided the ass whooping if I brought my own condoms because, and and if you listen to the story, it was a big ordeal. I lost my virginity to my cousin's friend, and like the whole group knew, and it was just a thing.
Yeah.
So, had I brought my own condom, it wouldn't have been a thing, and I would have moved on, and that
Mm-hmm.
would have been my little secret. So
Okay.
the lesson two was never give head first, and I stand firmly on that one. And you can't change my mind because
Go on.
as somebody with such a high body count, I know how I operate. I
Okay.
know I know what needs to be done for me
Okay.
to get the most out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know if usually when I go first orally, the guys are always so ready to fuck. And then it's
Yeah.
like, all right, they
Because we're
fuck
all
you.
riled up. We're all like, oh
Yes,
yes,
of
that
course. And
feels
and
so
and
good. Yes. Oh, yeah,
and
of
and
course.
I'm not
Come
faulting
on,
anyone for
girl.
that, right? They're ready to fuck, and then they fuck me, and then boom, oh, you wasn't ready for the pussy, and then you come quickly, and then it's like, you're drained of all of your energy and you have nothing for me. And now I'm like,
Yes.
I literally
What up,
all this
Brian?
work,
Sorry, continue.
putting all this work to basically get nothing out of you.
Okay, so
So it's
here's what I'm hearing.
Mhm.
The biggest reason why you don't do head first is because you don't want to do too much foreplay. Because I think that's what head is. It's a lot of foreplay, right? So I'm guessing what you're thinking is that guys don't need the foreplay because if you do the foreplay, they're all ready to bust. By the time you have sex, boom, it's over. Am I
yeah.
hearing that correctly?
Well, it's not that it's too much foreplay. It's just that like I need to prioritize me first. Because a man is always going to ejaculate. Like you could touch him and he'll
You're absolutely
ejaculate.
correct.
So
Listen, chat. I'm gonna give you this big tip, okay? That's what she said. But no, I'm gonna give you a tip. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna speak from my personal references, okay? It takes a woman a lot longer to get going, right? It takes her a little longer to get to that sweet spot, which is why you focus more on her before you focus on you. If you know yourself better than anyone else, I know myself. So you know what I do? I focus on her. All right? Do your foreplay. Do what you need to do. Get her all riled up. Get her to come first. I'm never gonna come first. I'm gonna get you to come first. And you know I'm very egotistical, so I'm gonna make sure you come twice and then I come. Okay, that's just
okay.
me. That's just me. All right, like I've seen it. I'm like, you know what? That's just me. So if you know you're going on a date, jerk off. Clean out the
Start
tubes.
doing.
All right, let's clean it out.
You gotta use that rose twice before you go out.
Girl,
Don't even get disappointed.
I'm serious. Every time before I go on a date, just rub one out. All right, you just yeah, you think clearer. You know that post nut clarity.
Yeah, well, I don't get it often because I don't nut. More like pre-cum confusion for me, but
Sorry, continue.
um,
They call you
yeah, so second,
two rounds of Biggie. I'm sorry. The chat. Sorry, go on.
no, it's fine. So lesson 2 was never give head first. Lesson 3 was great dick creates temporary insanity. lesson, le- lesson 4. Lesson 4.
One more time. Say it again. How do you spell that?
Great dick creates temporary insanity.
Bro. That's amazing. Go on. Tell me more.
Lesson 4 was no one can make you feel shame but you. And lesson 5 was oof. Oh, men are whores. Treat them as such. Ooh, you like that one? Listen to it to really understand why I called it that.
Hold up. We gotta like not attack. We gotta like clarify those a little bit more. All right, let's go back to number 3. I think you said never shame yourself, something like that. Is that what you said?
Oh, 4.
4.
No one can make you feel shame but you.
Elaborate. What do you mean by that?
So, as someone who grew up in a very conservative household, the moment that you mention sex, it's like, "Are you pregnant?" And it's like, "Yo, can I just ask for some advice, please?" So, sexually, from the ages to 21, I was doing a lot of things that a lot of people would probably be ashamed to admit. But you know what? A part of being an adult and an evolving human is being able to just fess up to the things that you've done. And I was really just talking about how I moved out of the house and I didn't realize how crazy and scary and unapologetic the real world was. And I started selling pussy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like
Are you
it's
talking
not like
about
I
like
was volunteer.
OnlyFans or just like if whoever you know
No,
you're like?
no, like I was in the strip club. You
Hmm.
know, I became a dancer when I was 18. I was in college,
Okay.
and I danced for 4 years on and off. And I talked about that, and getting caught up in that, and how it just changes your mindset about like dating men, sex, and then also that period where I was basically getting pimped out, and I was selling my body, and it was just like it's nothing I've ever been like afraid to say or ashamed to talk about, because it's just like, hey, if you can avoid doing what I did, I'd rather tell you so you could just not do it.
Hmm.
There was nothing, you know, I feel like we live in a day and age where like a lot of women are like, oh, trick men and things like that. And it's like, yeah, you could do that, but it's not as one, two, three as you guys make it seem. And that world is not as glamorous as you might think it is. You know what I'm saying? A man might give you money and now he's blowing up your phone for 10 days straight because he gave you the money. You don't have
Because he feels
freedom
like you owe
anymore.
him something.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just like I'm just really breaking it down to and showing them like, yo, there's an ugly side to this.
Hmm.
There's an ugly side to it, but look, I overcame it. You don't have to do it,
Hmm.
but you can't make me feel ashamed about it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
do.
I don't give a fuck at
Hmm.
the end of the day. Like, what can your opinion get me? I can't pay my car note with it. I can't pay my rent with it. So it's just like,
That's
you know,
true.
I say that honesty doesn't make you likable. It makes you respectable. And I'm just always
Yo,
willing
this
to
girl
just
been
be
dropping
honest.
bombs out here. Okay, I see. Yo, guys, make sure everyone has a notebook, okay? Start jotting these things down, okay? This girl is dropping bombs out here, okay? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. All right, my
yeah.
bad. Go on.
No,
Go on. Yes.
no. But that episode was really about just honesty,
Mhm.
honesty with yourself, honesty with others, and no one can make you feel ashamed but yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're not ashamed, don't let anybody else be ashamed. Don't let anyone else shame you.
Mhm.
I've had a lot of people who were like, "Oh, you're a stripper, you're dirty, you're this, you're that," and it was just like, I mean, that's fine and dandy, but like, I made more than you and your parents before and after taxes. So sorry, I guess I'll just be dirty. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I know that I'm not dirty, so
I got you.
you move on. Um, but yeah, those are the 5 lessons that I've done so far.
Wait, what was number 5 one more time?
It was
My
men are
favorite.
whores.
Letter.
Men are whores. Treat them as such.
Okay. All right. I want to make sure I don't perjure myself right now. I don't want to get into trouble. Um, there's a lot of truth to what you say just now. Okay. I'm not saying all men are whores.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna speak from my experience.
Hmm.
Um, so I recently came out of a long-term relationship.
How long?
Okay, I was a whore before too. You know what? Let me go
Oh,
back. Let me go back. Okay, before my most recent relationship, I was a hoe. I mean, I was dating
okay.
5, 6 girls at the same time, right?
Okay. Mac
So when
Daddy.
you say that I was going on 2, 3 dates a day. Like I would go to work, come out, and like boom, right? So yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Like let me tell you about my most recent date. God, this was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. My most recent one. I got look. I got so bored with dating. Like, no, let me be specific. I got so bored with one-on-one dating. I was like, from
Mm.
now on, I'm only going out on a date with 2 girls at the same time. So I literally met a girl on Tinder. She says, "Hey, I'm in New York City for a few more days." I'm like, "Cool." She's like, "I got a friend." I'm like, "Great, bring your friend." So showed up, and these were two beautiful Italian girls, right? So I
Okay.
showed up. I made sure to get there early so I can set the stage, right? I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm gonna sit right here. They're gonna sit right there. Drinks, everything is set, perfect. As soon as both girls walked in, stand up, gave both of them a big ass hug, and we sat down and we just flirted. They like straight up asked me, "Yo, what are you trying to do tonight?" And I said, "I'm trying to fuck the both of you. I'm going for a threesome tonight." Like that's how.
Okay.
And I swear to God, it was
You
the
got it.
most excited. No, that's a lie. It was one of the most exciting dates I've had this year. But
Okay.
I felt like a little kid on this date. I was like two at a time, just yes, like I, I'm
Did you
trying
close?
not to brag. I'm trying not to purge myself because my dating life is gonna go to zero after this. but honest to
Hey, there's
God,
nothing wrong with being honest.
so to put simple, I went for the threesome. In the end of the night, it didn't happen into a threesome. It just turned into a twosome. Boo hoo.
Okay. Well, hey, don't say boo-hoo, because you got some.
Nah,
How dare you say boo-hoo?
it's not about getting some. It's about three instead of two. We're tired of two. I wanted three. Okay.
I honestly think that threesomes are overrated.
You know what? We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
talk about
let's
it.
talk about that later for sure. All right, let me go to chat real quick. My man Brian, welcome back, bro. Good to see you. Diego, aka Talo, in the building. He says, loving the conversation. She's a real one. I honestly respect it. See, you called it
Thank you.
respect, right? What's that saying? The truth and something with respect. I gotta start writing down these bombs you're dropping. Say it one more time.
Honesty doesn't make you likable; it makes you respectable.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So yes. So yes, men can be whores. Not all men. Not all. I was.
It's okay. At least you're honest.
I'm,
I
I'm,
just,
I'm,
I
I'm behaving myself now. It's been 2 weeks. I'm behaving myself. Yes.
after your missed attempt at a threesome.
No. I literally came to the conclusion about literally like 2 weeks ago. I was like, okay, what's most important right now? And I was talking to my mentor, and we basically came down to this. Craig, you want to build a dating podcast? Great. You want to own your own dating bar? Great. You know what you got to do? You can't get high on your own supply. So you can't keep fucking around with women, and you can't be drinking all the time. So I was like, shit. Cause think about it, dating podcast is mostly men, women, all that stuff. So I can't keep being a hoe, right? And number two,
Gotcha.
I gotta be disciplined, so I can't keep
Okay.
being a hoe. And then not only that, he's like, the drinking has to cut down. Cause come on, what happens when you open your own bar? You're just gonna be sitting in your own bar, drinking, getting drunk, getting fucked up the whole time. No, you can't run a
Okay.
business like that when you're always drunk. So no. So I
Mhm.
was like, 2 weeks ago, I'm gonna cut it off and just focus on business. Build, 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 build.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yes.
Advisor, right? Tunnel
Yes.
vision. Tunnel
Exactly,
vision.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
You got
Yeah.
it.
Now it's a time for building and not fucking. So
Good luck with that, because I'm gonna keep on fucking.
it's so hard. It's so hard.
At the beginning of the year, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be celibate for a year." Do you know how long I lasted?
One day.
Nope. 13.
13. Oh, okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
That was the worst 13 days of my life.
Did you feel like a crack
13 days
addict? Were you like
masturbating.
shaking and like feel like you're
Yeah, I
going
was
through
like
withdrawals?
masturbating like every 5 minutes. Like it was just, I didn't like I didn't like the idea of like being put in a box. Like I feel like a lot of people were suggesting it. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, fine, I'll give it a try. But I was like, I feel like I quit because I never wanted to do it in the first place. I don't think there's anything wrong with my sex life. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like I'm not exactly like in the market for, I mean, I would love a man, but I'm saying like my sex life is not getting in the way of me finding a man.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, why am I celibate?
Mm.
Truthfully, because it makes dating suck. Once you tell a man you're celibate, he's running the other way.
That's true.
So
It's true. It's like, why am I going to invest in you if you're not going to fuck me? So no, I'm out.
exactly. And then also, like, yo, you know those people who like wait till marriage?
Yeah.
Yo, yo,
Yeah.
imagine waiting till marriage and he has a strip dick.
Yo, oh God. Listen, I feel bad. All right, now, oh God, I feel like I'm gonna go to hell. Hear me out. Hear me out. Like, I was raised Christian, right? I still am, just not the purest Christian. I'm like a dirty Christian that I'm repenting. I'm repenting. Either way, right? So I was taught that you're supposed to be with one person for the rest of your life. You're not supposed to be fornicated. You're not supposed to do this. I know. So now that I've fallen and I've done the complete opposite, I still, I, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I can't wait till marriage. I, 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 I
I
can't.
want
I
to be
can't.
married.
I can't. I,
I
like
can't.
I need to see what the sexual chemistry is like. It's so
Yeah,
important.
absolutely.
What if I hate the
Yeah,
sex?
absolutely.
Like,
You, I actually asked this question in my close friends the other week, and I was like, "Do you think that you can be with somebody with a different sexual appetite?" Because an old fling of mine, literally my number one guy, like hit me up and was like, "Hey, like, would you, mess with me?" And I'm like, "You're in a full blown relationship." And he was like, "Yeah, but she's too vanilla for me." And I'm like, "You've been with her for 3 years." And he was like, "Yeah, but like." I guess in his mind, he thought like their love was gonna change her. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. And then I asked, could you be with somebody with a different sexual appetite? Like I'm a level 10 freak. I need to be with a level 10 freak.
mhm.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 just ain't cutting it. So he was like a level 10 freak with like, like a level 2 sweetheart. She wants to fluff up the pillows and like fuck missionary. And look at you asking me to fuck you on the side as if I'm radiating side chick energy or something.
Mhm.
So I politely declined and I told him, you better figure that shit out.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel like a lot of people think that they can change people. You can't change anyone. You need to accept people for fundamentally who they are. Like the basics, you know?
Wow. Wow. Just wow. Sorry, continue.
No, so that's basically what I said. And a lot of people were like, yes, I could do it. I feel like a majority of the men were saying no,
Mhm.
right? Or there were some that were saying like, oh, I could deal with it. But this is what a lot of men do. They'll whore around for a majority of their adult life and
Yeah.
then be like, I want the girl that's never been touched. But
Yeah,
they
that's true.
want her to fuck him like a Cirque du Soleil acrobat.
Not
And it's
necessarily.
not possible. You wanted the girl that's untouched, then you're gonna have enough patience to teach her how to fuck you right, or fuck you in a way that she's comfortable. But you're not gonna like she's not gonna suck your dick like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like like a level 10 freak,
All
basically.
those things are teachable, though. Like,
They are teachable, but is she willing to learn? Does she want to?
okay, so I feel like you can learn two ways. You can learn with your partner, or you can learn with multiple people. So I rather learn with the partner. Learn with me. Let's try different things together. Let's go through the whole fucking Kama Sutra book. Let's
Hmm.
explore and all that stuff
Hmm.
instead of you running around with like 100 people, and I'm like, all right, now you have 100 people on your belt. Come back to me because you're always gonna be comparing. Like that's what people do. Like I'm not gonna lie, I compare a lot, right? I'm like, like
Not
especially no, it's true. Like when I'm dating multiple people, I'm fucking comparing. I'm like, whose body do I like the most? Whose sex do I like the most? I'm always freaking comparing. I'm like, you know what? She's a great kisser. She's okay. This, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has a fat ass. Her ass is okay. What do I really like? Like, listen. I think this. If you wanna explore your options and all that stuff, that is fucking fantastic. That is fine. It's okay because I look at it this way: it's like you're a kid in a can. No, you're in Baskin Robbins, 31, 32 flavors, right? Cool. Sample. Go test and see what you like. The biggest thing I love about dating, you learn so much about yourself. You
Yeah.
really, really do. You realize not everything is black and white, right? There's a lot of gray areas in between.
Yeah.
So, again, I learned who I'm attracted to. I learned what her personality is like. I've learned so much because I was a hoe, right? So, yeah,
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
think everybody should have their whole phase. I think everybody should do it.
Everybody.
Yes, yes.
Everybody.
I don't trust you if you don't have your whole face, right?
Thank you. Thank you. Because you're lying.
Exactly. How do I know you really want me? How do I know? Like, no,
Exactly.
I've dated so many married women. Let me be specific. Correction. Hold on.
Separated?
I've dated, yes, separated. That's what I meant. Thank you.
Okay.
You caught me there. Yes, separated and about to be divorced, right? And the number one thing they told me, they're like, Craig, I've been married for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and I got sick and tired of the same dick. And then now when they're like not married anymore, they want to explore. They want to fuck around. They want to find themselves again. They want to learn about themselves because they grew up like in maybe a neighborhood where it was just one person, and then that was it. And then now they're like,
Their age range, these women that you.
that I date. My age range is anywhere from like 21 to 49. Let's go to 50. I'll go to 50.
Okay. So these married women, they were like upper 30, they were like a different range.
Some were 20s, and most of them were upper 30s and 40s.
Okay. Okay. Because the reason why I ask, because I'm like thinking of the time period, the way girls were. It's like, oh, you find that one, and then like you guys get
Exactly.
together.
Some of them were
and-
like, "Oh, I got married. It was my high school sweetheart. I got married as soon as I hit college and all that stuff."
Yeah.
Some of them had kids, some of them did not. It doesn't matter, but either way, they all come out and they all want to like explore. And I tell them, I say,
Yeah.
listen, you don't need to be boyfriend and girlfriend with me. We're cool. We can be friends with benefits. Go explore. Go have fun.
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you, girl, and
Yeah.
do them too.
Yeah. Yeah. For real though, like, I think it's very important to be promiscuous for a while, not the whole time, just for a
Or
while.
forever.
That's my thoughts. So that's my
Yeah.
my thoughts. That's my
Yeah.
thoughts.
No, most definitely. And I also feel like have a whole phase if you want to, right? Because there are some men and women that are just not. Do you know what demisexual is? Like you don't.
Where it's like, I've heard this before. Oh God, when girls tell me this, it gives me a headache because
It's like you
I have
like
to get to
you don't.
know you. That's what they're telling
Yeah,
me. It's like
before
it's more your
they
intellectual.
feel yeah.
They need to build a connection with you.
Yeah, before they can
anything.
feel any. So it's not even before they can do anything, it's before they can feel any sexual
Yes.
energy for you.
Yes.
Right?
And to be honest, that's literally 90% of women, in my opinion, that I've come across with. Literally. Everybody, there's very few people that would just fuck you right away. But there's most girls are like, let's go on a date, get to know each other. You make them laugh, make them feel comfortable. All right, great. Now we can have sex.
Sorry. So, all that is great. All of the dates are the best person to date. You know why? Because you're probably going to get fucked at the end of the date, right? We didn't really have to go on it, but we did it.
I endorse this message.
We went on a date. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I also use the date to be like, yo, do you eat pussy? Because if you don't, let's end it right here.
There you go. You have your standards. You have, these are the questions you should ask right away. These are my qualifying questions.
You know what I'm saying? And then also it's like, if you like my pussy, are you going to become obsessed with me? Do I need to get a
Chances
restraining
are they
order
will.
on you?
Come on. What do you do? What if you go to a restaurant and you find like the best food ever, you're telling me it's a one and done? No. You're going to go back and order the same shit every single time? Yeah. What do you mean? They're going to be obsessed. Of course.
I mean, but yeah, you don't like subscribe to the fact that like if you eat something too much, like You get sick of it.
Yeah, yes. Yes, you're correct. You're correct. Yep.
So I'm like, are you gonna be on my body? Normal.
Mm.
And depending on how the night went, because right, you could go through appetizers and be fucking in the bathroom, or you can go through the whole, you can go through the whole 5 courses and then go home, and then like y'all have like really vanilla sex, and it was so sweet and nice, but
Oh
I'm not gonna
God, I
call you
hate
back
that
because.
word. I have this theory, right? Whenever a girl says you're so sweet, you're so nice, she's not into you, bro.
That's not true. That's not true. The reason, the thing is, there are the sweet, nice guys that is like, hey, we're having sex right now. You don't need to be sweet anymore. You know what I'm saying? You can pull my hair. You
Look
can.
how turned
Don't,
off you sound right now. you,
wait, what do you mean? No.
you sound turned
Shoot.
off.
Sorry. Sorry.
You're gonna take your time.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Okay, now you're
Okay. No, I'm not turned off at all because I've definitely dealt with a spectrum of men
good.
where it's just like there's the really rude guy that like turns you off instantly.
Mm.
But then there's like, I need you to know how to differentiate your sweetness. Be sweet at dinner, not while you're eating my pussy. Be sweet when you're opening the car door for me, not while you're hitting it from the back. Like you got, like you roughing it up. You know what I'm saying? Give me DMX, not Craig David. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to know, because it's like I gotta be a lady in the streets,
Yeah.
but I know when to be a freak. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
not that the sweet guy, like if I say, oh, you're so sweet, I don't want to give you pussy. It's just like, yo, like it's okay. You can rough me up, but don't slap me, because then we gonna fight.
What about a little light choking? What about a little?
I like choking.
All right,
I
all right.
like
But no smacking across the face.
no, like you can't smack me across the face. Like this guy I fucked like a few months ago. Everything went perfect. He slapped me across the like while we were fucking, and I was like, slapping me like this, you gonna beat my ass in a few months. So, and yo, this was like a level 10 freak. We was here with it. Like we were so
Yeah.
we clicked. I refused to let you like, because it was like when I told him about it, he kind of like brushed it off like it was no big deal, which was a big red flag for me. So I was like, you know what? I don't feel like my comfort is priority here. So I'm just gonna move on to the next person.
Okay, I understand. I have a question from the chat.
Oh God.
Talawa Life wants to know, when you say level 10, he needs details. What's a level 10 freak?
Do you eat ass?
Okay. Are you asking me, or that you tell him? That's what it is.
Like, yeah.
Not me. I
Like,
don't. No, I stay away from the butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, do you fuck in the ass? Do you eat ass?
Mhm.
Like, that's like a level 10 freak. Like, can we go to like sex parties and like?
I'm very interested in sex parties. I'm very, very, very interested. Like, I need an invitation now. If I don't get an invitation, I must start one.
They have sex clubs. Like my first sex club experience was just like a guy I was fucking, and he was like, "Do you want to come to the club with me?" I was like, "Yeah." I thought we were going to a regular club, and I walk in and everybody's naked, and I'm a level 10 freak, so I joined them.
Yeah, you're like, all right.
Yeah. And we had our orgy, and it was what it was. I licked some pussy, I sucked some dick, I got my pussy ate. Like it was what it was. We was at a sex club.
Okay. All right. Two things. Batman, welcome back. Good to see you. And two, since we're on the subject, we were talking about threesomes, right? Okay. So, what's the experience with threesomes? You say you're not a fan of it? Or did you say it's not always great?
Overrated.
It's overrated. That's what you said. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, tell us why you think it's overrated. And also, what was the ratio? Was it guy, guy, girl? Or was it girl, girl, guy? Like, go.
Okay. So I did a threesome with a couple. The reason I feel like it's a little overrated is because men don't really last that long. So it's just like you can't even keep up with me. Why would you want to add another woman to this equation?
So
Like
wouldn't it be best
for
if it's two guys then? So you can keep rotating
so
between rounds?
now I've never done anything like that just because I feel like the stigma that comes with it is too great.
What do you mean?
And like fucking two guys at once. It's just like, most people will never let you live that down. So I've never really been into the whole idea of fucking two men at once.
Okay.
Getting both of my holes plugged
Yes.
simultaneously. But if you're into that, that's cool. But I've never
All
done
right.
it, and I don't really think I
I've
want
done
to.
that twice, right?
You've
So,
done it twice.
yeah,
Okay,
my threesome experience is two guys and one girl, right?
two
And
guys and one girl.
that's why I'm
Okay,
waiting for the two girl. That's why I said I'm like,
okay,
no more one-on-one dates, two girls,
okay.
right? So my
Hmm.
experience with this, right? Um, I met this girl on Tinder. Always Tinder or Hinge. Met this girl on Tinder. Once again, she's like, I'm in the city for one more night. And I'm like,
Hmm.
great. She's like, let's hang out, let's have drinks. We had drinks, we had a great fucking time. Went back to my place, hooked up. And then in the morning, we woke up, we're talking, we're in bed, all cuddling up. We're just talking about fantasies, right? And then threesome fantasy comes up. And I asked her, what's your ratio, guy or girl? She's like, you know what? I just want to be pleased. I want to feel like the center of attention. I want two guys. I'm like, bet. I was like, yo, I know you like gotta go home soon, but like, do you want to try for one today? She's like, yeah. She's like, do you have any more good looking black guys? Like, I was like, yeah.
Anymore is hilarious. Like,
Yeah. So I was like, all right, hold up. So I pulled out my phone and I started going through my phone list. And me with my phone, I have pictures of everyone on my phone. So I'm like, what about this? And I went through Instagram. What about this? What about this? And then we found a friend. So I'm texting my group chat. I'm texting my friend like, yo, it's at this point it's 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, yo, who's up for a threesome right now? Right? my my group
God.
chat guys were like, Craig, what the fuck, Craig? It's 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, well, get with the program.
Yo, they're like on their way to work, and here I am trying to organize
60
one.
off.
So I hit it with my boy. He was like, yes, I'm down. Went back to his place. Since me and her already had rapport, we already hooked up and all that stuff. So I kind of like, put her in the middle. We had drinks and I just let them talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, get to know her, him, blah, blah, blah. And then I was thinking about it. So I was like, okay, guys, here's what we're going to do. Now, all of a sudden, I became a movie director. I'm like, so you guys are going to go first, right? You're going to do one-on-one. And then we're gonna switch once my daughter once you bust your nut and everything like that. Then we're gonna switch. Then it's gonna be me and her one-on-one, and then after that we're gonna take a break, get some water, have more drinks, and then we're gonna recess. And now it's gonna be 2-on-1, and we even recorded it too. It was a great fucking time.
Can you send that to me? I would like to observe that.
We'll talk after the stream. Right? And that was the first time. And then the second time went very similar to that as well. Like I was already hooking up with a girl. We talked about it. And I was like, great, I already know our friend. And I showed a picture. She said yes. Went back to my place. We, I introduced them, let them do their thing, let them kiss. And then they did the one-on-one. I switched. Boom. She was like, I don't like the one-on-ones. I want it at the same time. I'm like, great. And then when we did the 2-on-1 at the same time, it was fucking hot. I was like, this was fucking hot. So yeah, it was great.
Okay.
It was great.
That's good. That's great. That's great.
Yes.
Well, I wish my experience was that. I think that guys are like so open when it comes to sex and they're like, fuck it, I'm down. Versus like when you're dealing with a couple that's trying to do a threesome, a lot of
I'm
women are
nervous with the couple.
insecure.
I'm nervous. What if you're like fucking her better than the husband?
And that's exactly what happened in my situation. It's not that he was fucking me better, but she said that he enjoyed eating my pussy more.
And I feel like
So
I'm not trying to get my ass whooped while I'm naked because I'm like, we're all up in the moment, right?
yeah.
See what I'm
And
talking about?
I mean, she made us stop multiple times. She started crying.
No, no, no. See, these are my fears about it. Go on, come on, give me.
That's what.
Go on, go on, go on. Wait, who
That's,
approached who? Like, cause
so we. So it was like the weekend before graduation, high school graduation, and we were in the car drinking, and like we. This is my best friend, so we kissed each other, and I was like, "You trying to fuck or what?" Yeah,
okay,
right.
okay,
But she had her. It wasn't even her boyfriend. It was her ex-boyfriend.
okay,
Right. You know those high school sweethearts that won't let each other go.
okay. For sure,
So,
for sure, for sure.
so I was interested in pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to be with a girl.
Hmm.
He just happened to be there. You know, like I wasn't really paying attention to him.
Okay.
So,
You just happened to be there.
he was just there.
Yeah.
And we went to my room. I was eating pussy, blah, blah, blah. And like he came up behind me and started eating my pussy. Like I didn't direct him to, I didn't ask him to. It just
Okay.
happened.
Hmm.
And she was doing well until she saw that bell.
Hmm.
And, you know, we tried to resume, but she killed the mood.
Yeah.
Yep, she killed the mood. So, yep, that was my threesome story.
Is that your only threesome story?
I've had threesomes with girls, and like that's always fun.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Mhm.
I dig it. I dig it. I feel you. Okay. Okay, so going to the chat real quick. All right, guys, I'm forgetting like a couple names. Like Batmal, what's your first name? Because I feel like you changed your username. I'm not familiar with the Batmal. Talawa says he's definitely level 10 because after you gave the the criteria what it is, and he's gonna be back in New York City soon.
Ooh, okay.
All right, so yeah, keep a lookout. Keep a lookout.
Alrighty then, I'll keep a lookout.
Oh man, oh man. Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second. I gotta set this real quick. Okay. All right. Great. All right. So I'm gonna hit a couple topics with you real quick. Okay. I know we kind of like went off our tangent, which I love. I love tangents. They're absolutely amazing. Um, tell me about your worst date so far.
Worst date.
Yeah.
Do I have a worst date? Okay. All right. So, there was this guy that I met off Tinder and we went on a date. So we went out on Friday night and
Okay.
I had to cut the date short. Um
Did you double book
I had
yourself?
to, so I cut the date short because it was more of like an impromptu date because I had to pick up my ex from
Yeah, you
Philly.
double booked.
Yeah, I had to pick him up, but like at 11. So I was trying to kill time for like
Yeah, of
4
course, of course.
hours,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So, we're on our date, da, 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 everything's going well, but he doesn't want to leave me.
Nah, of
So
course.
I
It's
had
trying to fuck. Of course.
right,
Yeah.
and I had to
Mally.
like
My
tell him,
bad, Mally. My bad. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Mally,
no,
my
no,
bad. I didn't recognize the name. I'm sorry. You know what?
no.
Stop distracting me. Okay, ready? Go. Yes.
So yeah, I double booked. It was kind of hard to get him like to down boy. So I was like, hey, like let's hook up on Sunday.
Hmm.
So till on Sunday, like we spent the whole day together. We went to the mall, we went to out to eat, and then we went to the movies.
Damn, why did y'all just go
Um,
straight to hooking up? Y'all doing all this extra stuff.
cause he wanted to like be out and about.
Okay,
Like
he
he kind
wanted
of
to
just
court
wanted
you.
to like yeah. So I was like, okay, no problem. And what happened before the movies? So he's like one of those people who's like, I have to watch the previews, and I was like, okay, like I can try because this is last minute. And he was like, I want to smoke. So I was like, okay, well we have to go get it. So that took a little longer, and he was like agitated with me, and it went downhill from there.
Mm.
So like I was like, oh shit, my phone's about to die. And he was like, good. So then you won't be on it while we're watching the movie. And I'm like, first of all, like,
That's some passive aggressive shit right there.
yeah. And like that probably wouldn't tick somebody off, but it was like the tone that he used was so nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, it just got progressively worse. So while we're in the movie, my fucking best friend, she lived in Atlanta, and she was like, "Hey, I really need an Uber right now." So I'm trying to like coordinate an Uber. Da da da. My phone is. Do you know what this fool does? He took my phone out of my hand and was like, "You need to focus on the movie," and da da da. And I was like, I'm trying to get an Uber for my best friend. She's in a situation. And I'm like, the fact that I'm really sitting here explaining to you why you should give me back my phone is crazy to
Yeah,
me.
that's not okay.
No, it's
I have a
so,
hard rule on touching someone else's phone. No, don't.
yeah, right? I don't
No.
touch people's phones, so please. So, I was I was kind of like stone cold for most of it. And then I dropped him off and he kissed me. And it was like the sloppiest, like it was just like I just remember him like grabbing me
Mm-hmm.
and kissing me, and I was just like, I feel like I just made out with a sea lion. Like it was just so.
Was he like, oh, oh, oh,
Oh
oh,
yeah, like I was
oh,
like,
oh, oh.
and
Yeah, yes.
the little slick slide comments that, and I'm just like, my pussy is not wet for you right now. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And he texted me a few times after that ordeal, and it was like, oh, trying to initiate a fuck or whatever, and I was like, mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna work out.
Okay, there we go. Just so
Hmm.
you're delighted. Um, guys, for those of you who are just joining in, once again, this is Faye. All right. She has her own dating podcast. It's called Confessions with Faye. Am I correct?
Confessions of a sex addict.
Yeah. Oh, sounds like a TV show too. Confessions of a Sex Addict. We need to talk to HBO and make that happen. Okay.
That would be nice.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Pedro, what up, Pedro? How you doing today, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so that's quite interesting. That's definitely interesting. I feel like the worst thing I personally been on. This girl showed up. She was just coked out. She was talking super fast. I could not get a word in. The whole night she was like, "I don't need a man. I can do this all by myself." And like at one point we were crossing the street and she wasn't even paying attention. The car was coming from the opposite side, so I'm like generally like leading her out of the way. She was like, "Don't touch me. So if the car hits me, the car hits me." And I'm like,
Oh,
so
she
many,
wanted to be taken out of the game.
so many red flags, man. So many
Yeah,
red flags.
yeah.
And but that date went up and down a little bit. Like at one point we were at the bar and then she pulled out a Rubik's cube and she was like, "Listen, mix it up. I'm gonna solve it." I'm like, "Bet, challenge accepted." That girl solved it in 30 seconds, yo. I was kind of turned on. I was
She
like,
has a god complex because she's a genius.
there definitely was a lot of stuff going on, and I was like, you know what? I'm a little entertained right now. And then she went back in her bag and she pulled out cards. She pulled out cards. She spread it all over, and she was like, "Pick a card, any card." And then next thing you know, she starts eliminating. She here's the main thing though. She said, "Don't even flip the card over. Just think about the card in your head." And she started eliminating one by one. When it came down to the last two cards, she flipped over. She was like, "Is this your card?" I was like, "You witch, you
What?
fucking." Yo, bro, I was so fucking turned on, and I was like, I don't know. I want to leave, but I was so freaking turned on. What's up, Naya? Nia? Oh, crap. I'm completely ruined the name. Neil, welcome, welcome. Craig, glad to have you. This is Faye, ladies and gentlemen. So, yes, that was the worst date. Definitely don't go on a date with someone who's drunk or coked out. If they're already there, I think it's a red flag.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
100% a
Absolutely.
bad idea, for sure.
Hmm.
Okay, now I when we were talking about sex earlier, I wrote this question down, and I want to go back
Hmm.
to it. You said multiple times in a day. So the question is
Hmm.
this: You don't have to reveal it. Again, look at me. You don't have to reveal it.
Okay.
What's the most dates you've gone in one day?
Dates, maybe two.
Okay. Now, what's the
Yeah.
most amount of people you fucked in one day? I mean, 24-hour period.
Two.
Okay. Okay.
It actually happened like on 420.
So last week.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
Okay. What up, Pedro? Pedro's in the building, baby. What up? All right, so tell me something. Do you find this happens a lot, especially when you're dating multiple people?
No, it doesn't. It was just two people like I really wanted to fuck, and like our schedules could not align, and then it just happened.
It
that
happened to
way.
be on that one day.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were rushing after the first one? You're like, yo, this was great, but I gotta go. I got my next appointment. But
So the funny thing is, one was booked for the 19th, and
okay,
the other one was booked for the 20th.
Love
so I'm
it,
getting
love
ready
it.
for the first guy,
yes,
and the second guy calls me like, "Hey, can I pull up on you?" And I was like, "No, I'm sorry, but we can meet tomorrow." And he's like, "Sure." First guy canceled at the very last minute. Like it was like
Ooh.
10:39, 11 p.m.
Yeah,
So it was, but he was like, "Hey, like I work from home. You can spend the day with me tomorrow." I was like, "Okay."
that
So I
sounds
went
amazing.
there.
Yeah,
I went there and he was like the perfect gentleman. Like he like took a break from work and like went and got me mimosas, like
Ooh,
anything
was
I
this a
want.
first
Yeah.
date?
It wasn't even a first date. Like I was just like went to his house and like he just
Kind of. But
pampered
all right,
me.
was it the first time meeting?
Yes, it was our
So it
first
was the
time
first
meeting,
date.
but
Yeah.
we had mutual friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and then I was out by like 3.
Okay.
And then the other guy came around 8 o'clock. And are you familiar with Lucid Motors?
No.
Okay, so Lucid Motors is a new like electric car company. It's
Okay.
like Tesla, but like more luxury.
Okay.
So his job was to basically do test drives, and he was like, "Hey, like I want to show you the new car or whatever."
Of course.
So
My man
my
is so smooth. My man was so smooth with it. It's like, listen, I'm gonna use the company, pick her up in the whip.
whatever.
I fucking
You
love
know,
it.
the thing is, I had already ridden in one of those. My uncle had one on Christmas, so like I was like, "Yeah, pull up. Like it would be nice to, whatever."
Yeah.
So he pulled up with a big body joint, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. You're a
And
little impressed.
oh, of course I was.
Okay.
And he was like, "Hey, like let's go find a charging station." So we go or whatever, and he's like, "God, you're so beautiful. Do you want head in the back while the car charges?" And I was like, and it was like just, it was so cinematic. Felt like I was in a movie because I had these like super sexy like heels on, and like, you know, the way that there's like a panoramic roof,
Mm-hmm.
so the way I was sitting, I had my heels on the roof and I could see my reflection with me sitting up and his head in between my legs. Man, I felt like a rich bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I would too.
loved it.
Jeez.
And after I got what I needed,
Mhm.
we went to the Cheesecake Factory, and he paid for everything, and he was so sweet. And he refused to share his dessert with me. He was like,
Yeah.
"Sorry,
No.
you
No.
gotta
No.
get
I
your
don't share
own."
food.
Yeah, he was like, "You gotta get your own because I'm not even trying to be agitated with you."
My
Because
man
it's
has
everything
boundaries.
nice.
Okay.
And I was like, I respect that so much. And he dropped me back off, and that was it. And he was sweet.
Yes.
He still turns me on.
Okay.
Well, both of them were sweet, really, but
I
they
think
just
that's
knew.
amazing. That is freaking amazing, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right. Let me go to chat real quick.
Uh-oh.
So, Pedro's says, Pedro's asking, has anyone ever hooked up and woke up next to a cemetery? Yeah. Yeah,
Jesus.
listen, I've heard this story before and it's amazing, right? Like, I'll keep it short and sweet. Basically,
Okay.
I was there that night, right? We met a couple people. We all went out drinks, and we were fucked up. Like I'm a bartender, right? So we drank at my bar, and then we went to
Mm,
the went to another spot, drank, and
hmm.
we were fucked up, right?
I can
So
imagine.
they hooked up, and I'm sure like the first thing in the morning you wake up, you pull the blinds, and you look around, you see a cemetery, you see graves all over the place. How terrified would you be if that happened to
I
you?
would, oh my God, I would be so, I would think that like somebody kidnapped me, stole my kidney. Oh my
Start
God.
searching your body parts like,
Right? Is there any stitches?
word. It's like, why does my head hurt? Oh my god. What did-
Right?
It's
Did
like,
they
no, it's a
take my
hangover.
brain? I'd definitely be terrified if that happened to me.
All right. After a one night stand, what's the worst way you've woken up, or like after maybe
With
one
them
night
next to
stand or a
me.
drunken night, and you woke up and you're like, what the fuck? What's Do you have a story like that?
Um, yes. That is lesson five, men are whores, treat them as such.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was the first and last time I let something like that happen. But basically I went over there, and the way that like certain colleges are, um, I was I was an underclassman, so I lived on the lower part of campus, and he was a senior, and he lived on the top of the mountain.
Okay.
And I told him before I got there, I was like, I'm not going back to my room because there's no more shuttles running.
Okay.
And
So
who
I'm
wants to
sleeping
walk?
over. Yeah.
Right? And we live, our campus was in a super wooded area. So there's deers, bears, all types of stuff.
Yeah. You know how black
And
people are with the woods and all that stuff. We don't play.
right?
Mm-mm.
So I go there, right? We're fucking, and somebody walks into the apartment. He starts to get weird.
Wait. Say it again.
And I'm like, so we're having sex,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody walks into the apartment, and he starts acting weird.
Uh oh. Next girlfriend maybe.
And I was like, hey, like, what's going on? And he was like, I gotta tell you something. And I was
It's
like,
this
okay,
girl. It's
what?
this girl.
And then he was like, I have a girlfriend. And I was like, you couldn't take your dick out of me before saying that. Considering the sex felt like rubbing my pussy against sandpaper, I really could have stayed home. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I had a thing for him, we'll say. And,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Um, okay, you know what? We don't gotta keep fucking. But I was like, I'm staying here because I'm not walking home at this time.
Okay. So did she
So
walk in and saw the both of you?
no, it was just one of his like suite mates. You know, they lived in the apartment together. But he was so jumpy.
He thought it was his girl.
Yeah. And then I only found out like 2 years later that his girlfriend was supposed to come that night. And I'm like, why didn't you just come to my room? You could have left whenever you wanted, and she doesn't know where I live.
Yeah.
Therefore, you wouldn't have been jumpy.
The reason why he probably didn't go to your room is the same reason. He didn't want to travel the shuttle bus or something like that. He didn't want to have to do the commute back.
Yeah, which, right? I guess it's understandable. But I'm like, I'm staying here, so I'm sleeping. Da da da. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and he woke me up, and he was like, "You gotta go." And one thing about me is you don't have to tell me nothing twice. I
Okay.
got up and
Yeah.
I left.
Okay.
And that had to be the scariest night of my life because I step outside and there's like a family of deer staring at me. And I'm just like, and
This is the start of a horror movie. This is how people die.
start of a horror movie.
Yeah.
And our school had these famous stairs. They were so steep. It
Hmm.
had to be like 100 steps. And I gotta walk down the steps. And you know, there's like foxes and like raccoons and shit.
Yeah.
And my room is a mile away. I still have a mile to walk back home, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And to this day, I don't we don't see each other in person often, but I have the worst grudge ever because I feel like it's very fucking foul
Yeah,
to kick somebody out, especially like a woman.
I agree.
You're not walking me to the door. You're not walking me halfway. You're not doing anything.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry.
Yeah. At least worst case scenario, just provide the Uber.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, that was the worst what the fuck moment. I
Mm-hmm.
got woken out of my sleep and I had to walk a mile with rug burn in my vagina because the sex was so dry. But you know what? The one thing I loved about that whole situation, when I first started talking to him, he was like, "Oh, I don't give head." So I never ever sucked his dick. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "You know what? I might be upset right now, but you know what? I can go to sleep with the fact that you never got the Gok Gok 5,000 two-hand super slurpy two-hand combo. And I can sleep with that one. I'll walk home, but you never got head from me. So that's the W I'm taking.
Okay. Wow. Love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that. Okay, I have a question though, right?
Yeah.
So, do you think it's double standard, um, where you say never head on the first date, but you want
No,
head
I
on the
just
first date? You don't get
no,
never. You
no,
don't get.
I just don't initiate it first. Like you could get head, but you gotta give me head first. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay. I
Yeah, I don't
miss.
have a problem giving head. That's the problem. It's
Yeah.
like when you don't have a problem giving head, it's like people think that they can skip over you. No, you cannot.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, I get it. I get it. All right, so we're gonna play a game. One of my favorite games. It's
Uh-oh.
called Truth or Drink. Okay,
Alrighty.
I'm
Got my
pulling
drink.
out. I'm pulling out the big guns. All right. Okay. My drink is actually a little bit finished, so I'm gonna go grab some more water real quick.
Okay.
Uh, yes. All right. I got a few card games. I got a few. I think this should do. So I've decided to not drink, and it's so hard not to. Oh my god.
Okay.
It's like I have cold sweats over here. But let me go grab some water. I'll be right back. Chat. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Oh, no. There you go.
The first shot. Oh no. Oh, for him.
All right. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Here we go.
Alrighty.
Pedro, I'm trying not to drink, Pedro. I'm trying. It's so hard not to. So hard. Okay, truth or drink. All right, I'll pretty much just like flip the card. You go. I'll go first. You go next. All that stuff. Also, if you do, some cards are going to be blank, right? And that means you ask your own question,
Okay.
right? If you feel uncomfortable, drink. If not, speak the truth. Um, we've known each other for maybe like an hour now, and I'm guessing you're going to tell the truth on everything. So.
You know.
Yo, Caleb, Batman, welcome back. Batman, welcome back. Good to see you. Okay, so once again, the rules of the game are simple, guys. Truth or drink. If you feel uncomfortable, drink. You are allowed to ask the same question. We're gonna do what about you?
Mhm.
Yeah, super simple. Okay, question number one. Okay, so we're getting matched. If you and I were getting matching jackets for a group, right? What do they
Okay.
look like, and what do they say on the back?
I'm confused by the question.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna go with the dirty questions. I'm gonna go with a level 10 freak questions. All right, hold
Oh,
on.
okay. Sure,
Yes,
sure.
there we go. There we go. By the way, cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, level 10 freak questions. Here we go.
Okay. Uh-oh. God, he started
First
laughing.
questions. How many people have you hooked up with off dating apps?
Ugh, too many. Um.
If we had to give a number,
Uh. Well, out of 60, we'll say like a third. So 20.
okay, so I've lost track of what my number is. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give a percentage. I'm gonna say 95%.
95%.
Yes. Yeah, 95. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Question number 2. If your sex life was a pie chart, what portion of it would be satisfactory, unsatisfactory, and mind blowing?
Okay. Unsatisfactory would be like 97%.
Okay.
Mind blowing would be like point 0.2,
Okay.
and then 1.8 would be satisfactory.
Yo, doesn't that fucking suck though?
Absolutely.
97th
Absolutely.
unsatisfactory?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Why?
Because I'm a level 10 freak. And niggas think they freaks, but they're not. See, this is the thing. People think that they're freaks and then they meet me and they're like, damn.
Maybe I'm not that, but oh man. So you know what's crazy? When I thought you said you're a level 10 freak, I thought you were gonna talk about toys. I thought you were gonna be like, listen, ropes, like
Of course, all
handcuffs.
that stuff. All that stuff.
Like I'm pulling out
The
every
thing is
single
like, it's
dildo.
all. My thing is, the first question I asked was, do you eat ass? If
Hmm.
I'm asking a question like that, what makes you think all those things are off limits?
I'm thinking like hot candle wax on the body, all that stuff.
Woo! Yeah. Heat me up, daddy. No?
Not for me.
Okay.
You gonna burn my black ass. I'm gonna be over here like, ow, damn.
Well, there's the technique to everything, you know? So,
Mhm.
like, when I went to the sex club, they did, like, a fire massage on me where it was, like, an open flame, and it felt so good. Oh, God, I was so turned on. Woo!
Okay, 2 questions. One from the chat and one from me. Chat wants to know how tall are you?
4.
Say it. We could hear.
Sorry. 5'4".
5'4". Okay.
5'4".
Number 2. What the fuck is a fire massage? Are there like? Is it like in Naruto where you got fire on your fingers and they like touch your body and just like, what the hell
Kind
is?
of. So it was like, so have you ever seen those guys that, like, swallow the fire?
Yes.
It was kind of like that, and like he even like put it in my hand, and I don't know how, but it just, all you feel is the warmth. You don't feel that burning,
Mm.
right? So when he was putting it on my body, it felt like extreme warmth, and then he would like rub on it, and like the way that he was touching me was like really sensual, but like at the same time like masseuse like, and I was just like turned on. It was
Was
just,
he fingering you while he was giving you this
I
massage?
think he was gay.
Did you want him to finger you while he was getting a massage?
Well, I had my date there, so I think I would have rather him.
And would your
Um,
vagina be on fire if he was fingering
well,
you?
it was definitely like when you're wet, like it's like kind of warm.
Mhm.
So like I was definitely hot,
So,
like in a good way.
would you say, pun intended, that night you had a fire ass pussy?
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, absolutely.
Oh man! Listen, I'm getting a few comments about the level 10 freak. Pedro
Okay.
says level 10 freak. Woo! Get back to the 2-hand super slurpee. The Gawk Gawk
What do
3000.
you want to know? feel like I gave a pretty good description.
Yeah, that was a great description. That was fantastic. Very, very, like, 10 out of 10. No, I love that. I love that. All right, I got one right here. I got a personal one.
Okay.
If your best friends are sitting next to you right now in the car, right? And I'm like, hey, real quick, what is Faye's biggest red flag? Like, what's the number one reason not to date her? What would they say?
I think they would say like the fact that I might be a level 10 freak, or maybe I'm too honest. They always say you're too honest. Um,
I
and
feel like that says a lot about the person and not you. You're too honest.
uh,
Oh, please lie to me every once in a while. Oh, please sugarcoat everything. Really? Too honest?
I don't know. I feel like my friend, like, all right, if I'm meeting a new guy, I'm gonna be like off rip. I'm like, look, I'm fucking like three other guys, and they're like, girl.
Yo,
I'm
I
like,
love
look,
that.
I'm like, he's gonna eat my pussy. I feel like he's entitled to know that. I mean, like,
That
I
means
get
there's been
tested
three.
and I use condoms.
It's like, hey, I know you're gonna eat my pussy, but there's been at least three other dicks in it so far. All right, so
Like, sorry, or through, you know,
yeah, yeah. Chances are I
I'm
had
here to
sex
let you
before I came
know.
on this date today. So just so you know,
Yeah,
as a
see?
heads up. Okay, I
You
did.
know, and my friends are like, "Girl, don't no man want to hear that?" And I'm like, "Yes, they do."
You know
Because
what?
if they hear it after the fact, then it's really a problem.
Yes, exactly. You know what question? You said something quite interesting that I think it should be a qualifying questions on every first date. I'll I'll put the non sugarcoat. I'll put it blunt. How many people are you fucking right now? Okay, because I know better, and I know for a fact everybody's at least fucking one person, right? Even if you're on the dating app, yeah, you're dating, you're this and that, but there's at least one person you're fucking. Or even if you're not fucking, there's at least one person you're talking to that you want to fuck.
About fucking.
Exactly. Exactly. So I don't know if people would run away immediately if you start off the question like how many people you're fucking, but come on.
Like that's how I weed out the weak. If you do run away, like, all right, like you probably couldn't handle my sex drive, and you also can't handle my honesty. So I'm glad that you exited left.
Um, is it a turn on or off if they're? Is it a turn off if they're fucking people?
No,
Is it a turn off if they're not?
no, no.
Okay. It doesn't matter for you.
It doesn't really because I've always been I'm focused on what's in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that you're being honest with me.
Yeah.
As far as like medically, your testing is up to
Yeah.
date and stuff. But I'm focused on what's in front of me. What happens when I'm not there is none of my business.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. So Pedro, so there's this resort, right, which I think you would completely love. It's in Mexico.
Nudist?
Huh?
Is it nudist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Girl. Okay. It's called Temptations. Yeah, Temptation. Cancun, Mexico. Adult only nudist resort. Where I mean like people are walking around with their titties out, dicks out,
And I got a great
all
pair
the
of tits.
above. And that's I'm booking my next trip there.
Okay, well, I'll definitely. Maybe we can join. I can join you there. Maybe we could have an episode there.
Hey,
You know,
yo, can you imagine
from the
though?
neck up.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live in Cancun, Mexico, with our titties out and everything.
Or like those
What up,
little
Caleb?
blur things.
Huh?
We get those little blur things to like blur out our
Oh.
bodies. Yeah.
Or you can use a black tape and just put the X. Isn't that all you
Yeah,
need?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know
I
about
mean,
you.
I
You
can
have
have my
like a
chest
whole
out.
pole.
I think.
Yeah.
I can.
You
Yeah,
could probably put like a towel on it,
yeah,
right?
it's chest up, chest up. We can't stand up. It's chest up.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're there.
Oh, Diego, I'm definitely gonna let you know, Diego. I'm definitely gonna let you know.
Yeah, give me the date.
Yeah, okay. Done. I'm just saying, but yes. And anything and everything though. I've literally heard this was from my last trip. I Just came back from Mexico. I'm in the airport. I have one earpod in, and I'm hearing somebody else next to me talking about their trip. And this lady was like, "Yeah, Friday night they had a dick sucking contest," and I was like,
Ooh, I would have won. Ooh, I would have won. So do you have to suck multiple dicks, or you suck multiple people suck
It was
one dick?
basically like a bunch of dudes stood up. They were hard and everything like that. And the winner was whoever you could get to come first. Right? So you're like,
Gotcha.
you're giving the oral, you're doing the Gawk 3000, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
you got to get your man to come first.
Mm.
Yeah. And then they switch it around to the girls, and you got to get them to come first.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
My poor baby. He would
Yes.
lose. He would lose.
Oh, Lord. So can you imagine being in the crowd and you're like, yeah, get him, just tearing it
Both
off.
hands.
Yeah.
Use both hands.
Yes, both hands. Twirl the tongue. Everybody's
Get
like,
grapefruit.
grab his balls.
Like his balls. Back.
I can imagine the whole crowd giving their own definition and pitch of the whole thing. I think that would be super
I'd like
hilarious.
to witness this. This is good. I like this.
Yeah, but that's the only thing. You can't walk with your phone. No phones.
No. That's fine. That's fine. I need to see it.
Oh yeah, that's definitely covered up. Let me see. Let me go to chat real quick. Let's see. Okay. She's a saint, never freak. I'm gonna book a trip. We're still going this year. Oh, for sure. They also have naked beer pong.
Ooh, okay. I think I'm down for everything that goes on at Temptations.
I think that's a level 10 freak resort. So
yes,
you'll
it
find
is.
your peoples there for sure.
I hope so.
All right, I'm gonna go to couple more questions.
Okay.
What's a sex thing you've never been able to try but you wish you could? Ooh, look at that smile! Look at that smile! It's gonna be good.
Y'all gonna hate me for this one.
It's gonna be good.
Pegging.
Go on. Okay.
That's been it. You know, I wanted to try it once.
Is that pegging for a guy or pegging for a girl?
Or for a guy. A guy had asked me, to do it. And I was like, sure. And then like we were so caught up in the moment, it just didn't get to that. But like he I guess he planted the seed, and I was like, oh, like I would like to see what it's like, because you know how they say like, yeah, you know how they say like the G spot, like a man's G spot is like in his rectum or whatever. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I would like to see that once.
You know what? I want to see it too. But more importantly, I want to see your fucking stamina. Okay, where it's not just you. Yeah, I want to see where it's like you're not being a pillow princess. You're not just staying there. And
I'm not a pillow princess.
I want to see you.
I ride
work like
on my feet. Yeah.
And see, I want to see how long your stamina is. Okay.
Well, I have, like I said, most men can't keep up with me. Like I ride dick because it's like I know you can't fuck me.
Nah, but this is not riding. This is like, okay, let's just say the guy's in a doggy style position and you're just
and like, yeah, you want me to like thrust?
Yeah.
Do my thing.
Yeah.
I want to see how long I last too, because it's like, I like to be very active during sex. Like even in the missionary position, like I'll like put my pelvis up and like I'll fuck you right back. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to like be as active as possible.
Yes.
During sex.
You know what I like? I like you see how you say you put your pelvis up and fuck right back? I put a pillow underneath, right? Because that way your pelvis is already pushed up for sure. Mm-hmm. So, yes, sir. All right, hold on. I think I gotta. Let me see. Is this from? I'm checking the chat real quick. No, that's not the chat. That's Tinder.
I know that's going up.
Nah, I'm behaving myself now.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I already told you the sex that I want to try. I want to do 2-girl threesome.
Yeah, 2-girl threesome.
Or, no, 3's too much.
Oh, you want to foursome? I want to do like, I've already done an orgy, but like I would like to do like an orgy with just couples where we like switch, like married couples.
Married?
It's like,
girl, you want to put yourself in that situation again? The whole like jealousy, crying, and all that stuff
No,
situation
well, I'm hoping, right? Like any married couple that's willing to go to a swingers
that they're
club
very
already
secure.
kind of like, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because when I was at the sex club, and I did have my orgy. Oh shit. And I did have my orgy. It wasn't like there were married people there,
Hmm.
and like there was no issue. We were dealing with a high school girl
Okay.
who, like, you know,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Tell me something. Does a level 10 freak mean that? Because I've heard this multiple times. Does a level 10 freak get peed on or gets pooped on?
Not this one per
Or do you do
Not
that?
this one specifically. No, I always say like let's avoid bodily fluids. Like if you spit on me, I will kill you.
Okay, so
Yeah,
no spitting,
no bodily fluids.
no
No bodily
golden
fluids.
showers or nothing like that.
No, 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 thanks.
No dropping the Browns at the Super Bowl or nothing like that. Like, okay,
No, thanks.
I
But
just
I'm
need
not
to know.
here to judge anyone who
Okay,
does.
okay.
Right?
That's good to know. All right, next two. If I cheat on my partner, is it
Mhm.
absolutely essential that I tell them why or why not?
I think that it is essential that you tell them just because medically you don't know. Because it's like if it was truly like a drunken one night stand, you might have not had a condom. Like you don't know what you're exposing your partner to.
Okay,
So
so don't fuck with their health.
yeah, don't fuck with their health. Don't give them something they can't get rid of.
That's fair. That's fair. I agree. I agree 100%. All right, one more.
Hmm.
Would you be or have been a guest star? Well, yes. You said in a couple's bedroom. Yes, that one doesn't count. Um, what scared you the most about sex as you were coming up in age?
How the big penis went into the little hole. Get
Elaborate.
that? Like I was like, how growing up like in like cultural households, they don't explain anything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when you watch porn, there's these huge penises, and like you're looking at your own anatomy. I'm like, how do I take that?
Mm-hmm.
So that was my scariest, the thing that scared me the most about sex, and even like penetration wise,
Yeah.
um, it took me a lot of getting used to it. Cause okay, so here's a fun fact: I'm 25, but I've been having sex for a big majority of my life.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
It
people,
says since
especially
13,
like
right?
before that, I I had sex with a man at 13, but like I was always like doing stuff with girls, obviously my age.
Mm-hmm.
Um since I was really really young, and that's another reason why I say I'm a sex addict because I feel like I was exposed to sex so early.
Mm-hmm.
I like got into my dad's porn collection somehow, and the girl that I did it with, she had older siblings. I don't know if she was molested or she was exposed to porn, but we were just doing things we wasn't supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So from a young age, I was getting oral pleasures, right? And I feel like as I started having sex with men, I didn't like penetration because I was used to sex being like oral.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew that I wasn't a lesbian. You
Wait,
know
what
what I'm
makes you
saying?
come? Do you come externally or do you come based on
I
external
think
stimulation or internal stimulation?
external.
External, so it's based on the clit then. Okay, go on. Yeah.
Hmm. So, I feel like if you make me come once,
Mm-hmm.
I can come from penetration, but like strictly penetration, it can't happen.
No, okay, I get
Yeah.
you.
Hmm.
So since we're talking about dicks and all that stuff, like to
Yeah.
you, does it matter how big the dick is?
No. I feel like the greatest orgasms I've had have been from like someone that was like 6 or 5 inches.
Okay.
I've had micro penis. Uh, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you can only do a certain amount of things with, but big dick, exit left. Get away with me.
That
Get
scares
away from
you.
me with
Every
that.
time you see you
Bye,
pull it out,
bye,
you're
bye.
like, nope.
A lot of men with big dicks,
Yeah.
or the ones that I run into, do not like to eat pussy. And I think that's
Because
also
they
in La
think
Cabeza.
I've heard this before. I heard this before. It's because all they have the dick, so they don't think they need to do anything more. They're like, this is it.
Yeah, so it's like, it's like, because you know guys love to send dick pics. If that shit is huge, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking
So
you
you
because
can fuck yourself up by sending a by sending a dick pic.
well, one, you're not supposed to be sending me unsolicited dick pics. So
Mm-hmm.
if you do, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's huge, oh yeah, you're definitely getting blocked. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, so this is just for all the guys. What would you say is a good size?
A good sized dick, we'll say like 5 to 7.5, because
Okay.
8 starts to really dig in the cervix.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you hear it first. 5 to 7.5. All right, guys.
Five to seven
That's
and
for
a
you
half.
out there, man. That's for you.
Yeah, so
Okay. All right, we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up.
yeah.
Coming down to the end of it right now. Do you have any tips or tricks, any questions, any topics that you wanted to talk about? Like
Um,
any tips and
okay.
tricks? Because I know you.
Knowing
Mhm.
knowing everything that you know about me, do you feel like I am more or less desirable as a woman?
It's a very good fucking question. Fuck. Fuck. That's a very good question. So, see, all right. So here's the thing. I love everything that you said because I'm I'm so happy that I get another girl to say exactly what I've been thinking, and you just blurted it out. So that's so fucking attractive to me. You know, I'm like, see, and I also feel like okay, there's that stereotype though, where it's like, I'm gonna put it into. I'm gonna just keep it real and put it in two categories. There's wifey, and then there's like fun, right? I feel like I want my wifey to be like 10 and under.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just me though. That's just
Hmm.
me. But like, I could see like us as in like great friends with benefits, traveling, fucking do all this stuff. But at the same time, for me, I don't want to share sometimes. You know,
Hmm.
I'm very confused because I would love a partner who I can like, yo, baby, want to go to Sex Palace together and all that stuff. But I also know I'm gonna get jealous at the same time. You know, so I'm
Yeah.
like, go fuck, but I don't want to see
Go
it.
fuck, but I don't want to see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, does that make sense? So it's
Hmm.
like I
Absolutely.
don't know. I don't. It's that's hard. Chat. What do you think, chat? Oh,
Uh-oh.
guys,
They're
everyone in the
gonna
chat,
kill me, boy.
repeat the question one more time, and then they'll answer.
Knowing what you guys know about me,
Hmm.
everything I've revealed to you, am I more desirable or less desirable as a woman?
I'm gonna say 60% more, and then forty
More.
percent
Okay.
less. So
Okay.
percentage wise,
Hmm.
because I love everything that I heard. I feel like we need our own show together. I love it. I absolutely love
My
it.
work.
I do. I do. I don't know. I'm gonna drink on that one.
Okay.
Okay. What about you? Keep it real.
So,
No, knowing everything that you learn about me, right? Does that make me
everything I know
more
about you,
or less
or um,
attractive? Or more desirable? Desirable. That's the word. And Talawa says more desirable, by the way.
thank you.
Hmm.
I would say more desirable because I fuck with anyone who's honest and it loves to be in their skin. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, the way you received everything I said with like good energy is something that I like.
Hmm.
I know that I don't have to feel ashamed with you. I know that I can
Not at all.
talk about anything
Yeah.
with you. So I think that that makes you more desirable.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Hmm.
See, chat saying more desirable. I get. I'm still working through like me want to share, not want to share.
Hmm.
I'm still working through that because
Yeah.
it's like, for example, like as I said, I've done the threesome before, right? But those people I was never going to see again. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Hmm.
I wasn't
You're fine with it.
attached.
Hmm.
Exactly, I
Yeah.
wasn't attached. But now, if it's someone I'm going to see again, Am I okay? You know, I haven't been in that situation yet, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
If
And I
that,
always tell girls all the time, like like the freaky things you want to do, you better never do that shit with your husband because men are spiteful and they don't forget anything. That like, if you want to get fucked by two guys, do that shit while you're single. Don't have your because I asked the question and the girl was like, I would only do that with my husband, and I was like, then you better be preparing for a divorce.
you see what I'm talking about? It's such a loaded question. Cause
Yeah.
now, like, okay, let's just say I'm the husband, and I'm like, okay, we've been together for 5, 10 years, babe. I think we should do open relationship. Great. So now we're fucking other people, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
now we're like, you know what, babe? Since we're gonna do an open relationship, can we share?
Hmm.
Can we play together? Right?
Uh
Great.
huh.
Now let's do a threesome. So now it's like two guys, and in my head, I'm like, I think the whole time I gotta think to myself, this is not a competition. This is not a competition, right? And like, but I'm gonna be acting like it's a fucking competition, right? I'm like, where did you put her in that position? Fuck that. I'm gonna try this position out, right? You know, like it's the ego. It's gonna kick in.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? She's pleased. She had a great time. Great. And then now, can she reciprocate it? Like, if it's two girls, should I not fuck her as hard? Should I not be as excited? Should I
Fuck
not
her as hard.
see what I'm talking about?
I'm a horrible influence. I'm a horrible influence.
No, but it's true
Disclaimer.
though. Come on, it's
I'm just
true.
saying, if I bring another bitch around,
Yeah,
fuck her well.
yeah.
Like she better give you a good Yelp review.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but like, are you gonna give me shit because I was way too excited? You're like, oh, like you look at you. You just went down on her for so long. You were like loving that pussy, right? And next thing you know, she's gonna use that against me. So that's what I'm worried about.
Yes, but it's just like you have to remind her to like, but I don't love you for your pussy. Like I love you for all your other things. You know what I'm saying? How you incessantly nag me into being a better person. Probably don't say that during the argument, but you know what I mean.
No, no. Okay, okay. Good point. Very, very
Yeah.
good point.
I study men and I study women and I study the type of women men think that they want, which is
Mm,
me, which is me. And when I present myself, it's usually just too much.
mm-hmm.
Like men say, "Oh, I want a foreign. I was born in Paris." When I bring out my French side, it's like it's too much. It's too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I
Like
do.
so sometimes I just realize that most people don't know what the hell they want.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I know what I want. I want some motherfucking head. That's what I'm worried about right now.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Yo, Dice is in the building. What's up, Junior? What up, baby? Yo, all right. I'll tell you this. I love the fact that you said you study people, you study men. Because I personally believe 90% of communication is nonverbal, right? Like, I watch what you do versus what you say. People lie all the fucking time, right? So, like, that's how, when I'm on a date, I'm watching your body language. I'm watching every fucking thing. Like, that's why I was like, listen, I'm not gonna, okay, a little brag moment, a little bit. I've dated so much, I can tell when it's gonna happen within the first drink. Like, I have a whole fucking rules. I have this rule called the lemon law, right? Like your audio is out.
Sorry. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
I have this rule called the lemon law, right? So
Hmm.
let me ask you, on average, how long does it take you to finish one drink?
We'll say 30 minutes.
Okay, so within 30 minutes, you can usually tell two things, right? You can tell
Hmm.
one, are you physically attracted to the person? And
Hmm.
two, is there chemistry? Is there vibe,
Hmm.
right? Within that one drink, right? I can, the lemon law, it works this way. If you're not feeling it, you just say lemon law, you get up and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
right? But the key thing to the lemon law is that you have to tell them before the date start,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't just say lemon law and they don't know what the fuck the lemon law is,
They're like,
and they freaking confused.
what?
No, it's the lemon law is basically an exit. It's an out, right? Now backtracking. My point is that I can tell within the first drink if it's gonna go well or not,
Mm-hmm.
right? And again, you're reading all the body language and all that stuff. I can tell if she's attracted to me or not. Like, it starts with the hug. The moment you walk in, I'm looking at your facial expression. You're seeing me. I go in with a hug because I'm a hugger, me personally, right? And if I see your body language just like pulls off a little bit, I'm like,
Mm-hmm. She's not a hugger.
yeah, she's not a
Okay.
hugger. Also, it could just mean
Mm-hmm.
that she's just not quite feeling it yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even the whole night, you watch the body language more than you watch the words.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. It's true. A lot of
Yeah,
girls are like, I'm not gonna fuck you tonight, and we're not having sex. I'm like, cool, no problem.
I am.
And
Sorry.
then later on, you're like,
Why
hey,
are we here?
yeah, I thought you said, come on. So there you go.
Like, I want to fuck you more now that you fed me. I know that you care about my well-being a little bit.
I think I appreciate the honesty so much. That's why I dig your vibe, because like one of my best dates ever. Once again, another Italian girl. Huh, sensing a pattern.
For the Europeans.
I do. I do, because they're very straightforward. They really are. Like midway through the date, I'm getting ready to do my move to kiss this girl, right? And I was like, the move was, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and when I come back from the bathroom, because she was sitting across from me, I was like, hey, can I sit next to you? Now I'm closer to you, so now I can like go in for the kiss. While I said I was going to the bathroom, she was like, hey, make sure you come back because we're gonna go fuck tonight. I was like,
Hey,
I was
touchdown.
like, hell fucking. She beat me to the punch. To the punch. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Check, please.
Check, please.
Yes,
You're
yes.
getting here faster.
Exactly, exactly. All right. Let's wrap it up, guys. Let's wrap it up. Any final notes? By the way, where can people find you on social media? Or if
Okay.
you want them to
Ooh.
find you on social media.
Oh yeah, 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 definitely, no issue.
Start with the
Uh,
podcast. Where can they find your podcast?
so you can find my podcast on Apple Podcasts,
Hmm.
Spotify, any place that has podcasts, and it's called The Confessions of a Sex Addict.
Okay.
Um, I my Instagram name is really long, but it's Golasso. It's Golasso. It's
Can you spell it
G.
out for
Uh,
us? Start.
yes, it's GOALASEAUX. But
You
I'll
are a
also
soccer
like
fan, aren't you?
my brothers are soccer fans. They're
Ah.
Arsenal fans.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's
Golasso.
nice. Yes, Golasso. Um, and then if that's too hard, I also have my business page, Humans Are Not Brands, that's connected to my personal page, so you can definitely find me that way.
Humans are not brands, and Golasso. Spell Golasso one more time for us, please.
So it is GOALASEAUX.
Okay. Guys, you heard it.
Mhm.
You heard it loud and clear.
But thank you so much for having me. Thank you for
No, thank
accepting
you
me.
for
I love
keeping it
the
real,
energy.
girl. Man,
Thank you.
I can't wait to edit these videos. I don't even know what the fuck is gonna happen, but it's gonna be great.
Do whatever you want, and if you go viral, we could do it again.
Hey! I can't wait. I absolutely
Yeah.
can't
Oh,
wait.
and thank you for the people in the chat for being so respectful because I was really nervous about doing this.
Hmm.
So thank you for that. Just thank everyone for just being very nice. Most men are not very nice to women. So I really appreciate how inviting it was here. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Listen, feel free to come back anytime. Once again, I am looking for co-hosts, and like the deal. Here's the vision.
Well, I'll send you my resume.
Hired. Like the vision that I have is this, right? A panel of 6 people. Like I want to put guy, girl, bi, gay, les, and trans, right? Because I want to get all different aspects of dating Like I don't
Hmm.
know what it's like when a guy and guy are dating each other. I don't know what the game is like, you know. So I want to hit every different aspects, and
Hmm.
obviously we'll grow it out to that point eventually. And
Hmm.
though,
I love that. It's amazing.
thank you, thank you. The next goal is to
Mm.
like have two co-hosts, guy, girl, and then we're gonna bring people in. So
Hmm.
we're bringing people
Yeah.
into the Zoom, and then we'll get there. We'll throw questions. We'll get all the
Hmm.
different perspectives and have fun with it.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I can't wait. And I can't wait to see your next episode.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Okay,
Yeah, no
you have the
problem.
link. Feel free to rewatch it whenever. It should be up as soon as the stream stops and everything.
Perfect. I can't wait to watch it.
Okay. All right, guys. If you have any more questions for Faye, please ask now. If you did not get her socials, please ask again. I will type it in the chat.
Ooh,
I'm gonna.
sorry, my.
You're good. You're good. No worries. Yes. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to
All right, can
ask.
you hear me? My AirPod died. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Kind
you
of.
loud and
Okay.
clear. Don't worry. It died at the perfect time, so we're good. We're good to go. Once again, I want to thank every single body for coming in to hang out. We're gonna be doing another show.
Oh,
Possibly tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but we're definitely gonna be doing shows Saturday night and Sunday night. Okay, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and we are live from New York City. Okay,
the best city in the whole world.
tell him, girl. Tell him. Team no sleep. Okay, Faye. Thank you so much again. It's a
Yeah, no
pleasure.
problem. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Let's do this again, okay? Have a fantastic
Absolutely.
night. Get a drink. I know we didn't even drink that much because we kept talking the whole
No,
time.
but we
But
can do our little
yes,
shots.
to the
Hey,
future.
love it.
Ah, I hate it. I feel healthier and healthier as I drink this water.
Like you're gonna live a long life, right?
Yeah, I feel it. Ah, is that 50 years coming on right now?
I know the feeling.
Oh Lord. All right. Have a good night, okay?
Have a good
Thank you.
night. Thanks again.
Cheers. All right, hold on, hold on. Let me do. Is this gameplay? No, no. Face cam. Okay. Hold on. I gotta turn my webcam on. Okay. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first dating talk back. Man, that was fun. That was excited. I had such a good time. Guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe. Feel free leave as many comments as possible. Over the next couple of days, I'm gonna be taking my time going through the video and making lots of shorts. Thank you so much for coming by, for stopping by. Dice, Batman, Mally, is that King David? We got Peter in the building. Yes, if you guys have not noticed, we do have a new name change. It's no longer The Rock 7373. I will always be The Rock though. I will always be. I just wanted to rebrand a little bit and go with Craig TV. Okay? Craig TV is dating, gaming, all the above. Okay? Diego, thank you so much for hanging out, man. Pedro, see you soon. See you Saturday. We're gonna have a lot of talk. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And guess what, Pedro? Shannon still hasn't really talked to me as yet about it, but we'll talk about it soon. Yes, and when we do book that Mexico trip, oh God, it's gonna be trouble. This is gonna be a lot of trouble. Guys, thank you so much again. Have a good night. Cheers, everybody. Peace.